Hey Aquarius, welcome to Deku Tarot. We're going to be doing your August 2019 love tarot reading. So we're going to go over singles and then couples. We're going to use the Morgan Greer Tarot here, and I thought I would do a different setup for the love readings this time. Let me know if you guys like it. If you guys haven't, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all of my Aquarius subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. I really, really do appreciate it, guys. Let me move this over just a wee bit so that, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to work out, how to set this up. But we'll work with it. And hopefully it won't fall apart like in the Leo love reading. Check out your first half of August readings. Those are all up. So you can check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's check this out, guys. Love and romance for Aquarius singles for August 2019. I know we did kind of mini love scopes during that first half of the month reading, but I was drawn to go a little bit more in depth this month. So let's see. Love and romance, Aquarius singles, Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you want to book a private reading, guys, all that information is below this video in my description box. However, I will be away August 8th through 15th and not taking on any readings during that time. So you can email me to book afterwards. But I will not be doing any emergency 24-hour readings or doing any tarot readings to send out to people during August 8th through 15th, okay? Alrighty, let's see. Aquarius singles, what's your energy this month in terms of love and romance? What's your energy? This one's coming out of the middle of the deck here, and okay, wasn't expecting it, but here we are. The Devil. Interesting that he shows up here. When I see the Devil, and I really do like the Devil in this deck. I love the Morgan Greer Tarot, and I was really drawn to use it for you guys this for this month for love here. So what we know about the Devil is here, oh my god, I'm sorry. Mercury is in its shadow period. I know it's direct, but it still kind of messes me up a little bit. I've found that it has not improved my speech yet. I'm still talking like Yoda. But I feel we're caught up on some base desires. We're caught up in some lusty energy this month. We might be more focused on the sexual nature of things, on getting what we want at the cost possibly of other people around us. Aquarius singles. We could also be dealing with a Capricorn or a kind of toxic situation that came up around that Capricorn eclipse there in July. A toxic love situation, a realization might have come up around then about where we've been stuck or where we've been kind of hung up on somebody or a situation where we feel we can't leave, but we probably shouldn't be staying. We might have deluded ourselves, or it kind of feels like it's all illusionary being stuck when you have the Devil. You have to know that. It's all in your head. It is illusory. You're not as stuck as you think you are, but it's really mind games. What you tell yourself becomes reality. So just know that in terms of love, Aquarius singles. What else is coming up here? Environment. Ooh, we get Justice. Okay. There is a lot of, maybe there's some heavy truths coming out about this situation here. We could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Libra. They could be some heavy energies right now, but, where our love focus is. But for me, this feels more like the energy. This is your environment. The environment is, truth is coming out to balance out the scales here. When you see Justice, you have to know that the scales are weighing in your favor, but you have to make the right decisions. You have to say your truth this month. There has to be some real balance of what is right and what is wrong, and that could mean some heavy truths coming out. We need to deal with the Devil situation with the Justice, with that Justice energy. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get a sip of coffee here. But yeah, maybe that's why I'm clearing my throat so much, is because it could be hard for you to say. Know whatever is coming out right now is so that things can balance out. And it may not be comfortable. It may feel really harsh, I'm getting, for some of you here. Page of Rods, but it's like somebody tells you something, you hear something, you want to, I don't know. Whenever I see the Page of Rods, it's a new person, new energy, a new line of thought. New energy coming in, new offers, opportunities. It's a sense of newness, really. A sense of adventure. The Page of Rods is a very adventurous, young, kind of almost childlike energy here. And when you take that and you put that with what we need to communicate here and what needs to come out this month in order for us to move forward, we're going to have to be really honest with ourselves about how we've been approaching a certain situation in terms of love, what we've been caught up on here. We've been hoping for a negative, and I'm kind of getting a message. Maybe some of you guys have been hoping for, I don't know, either somebody that's with somebody else, or like it's like a negative situation. And for some reason, you have yourself pining over it. You have yourself thinking about it. It's on the mind, and it needs to be released here. So we got to be really honest with ourselves when justice comes in. And let me just get some more cards here, but it just feels, it's really important for you to turn away from this, say what needs to be said, put it all, lay out your cards on the table, be honest with yourself almost. You might also have a Libra that's really being honest with you about your situation here this month in terms of love. Ooh, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe, again, I feel like we've been holding on to something. We've been trying to juggle a situation that is not juggleable. So, let's get a card of advice here. Could even be dealing with somebody that we know is toxic versus somebody that would be a great new energy. So maybe that's where that's coming in here, is that we're hoping for something toxic, yet we have good new energy coming in, and we got to be honest with ourselves here. And it's not an easy choice to make, even though it seems like it when you see the cards here on the table. Your advice is to follow your heart, follow your passion, stay, we got to be, I feel like this is kind of taking that kind of approach to yourself, though. It's weird because, yeah, we can communicate to these people, but I feel like we need to be really communicative with ourselves here in terms of how we're feeling, in terms of how we're going to approach this, in terms of really what the truth about this is. We got to see it for what it is, and we got to stop deluding ourselves. We got to stop juggling a situation that, we're going to continue juggling and juggling it, and it's never going to go anywhere. We're just going to keep tossing the pentacles, holding off on starting something new by hoping for something bad to kick off again, by hoping for something from the past to kick off again, by waiting for the other shoe to drop for some of you here. But we got to be honest about our negative. And again, if this isn't a person that we're trying to get back into, I think that you're going to recognize some negative and like not healthy Capricornian type traits here. I say that because, we've had Capricorn retrograde and I believe Saturn, and I think it's still retrograde in Saturn. I think it's going to be that way for quite a while here, but it's bringing out a lot of toxic tendencies, even ones that we have with ourselves here, toxic behaviors that we indulge in terms of love. And we got to be honest with ourselves here. We got to go forward in a new direction, and we got to stop trying to make, resurrect the past here. And I know that we don't see a lot of past resurrection cards, but this feels like a very ingrained, nasty, not good energy here that we continue to feed, and we got to let it go. There's no room for juggling this if we want to move forward here. So we got to cut out the fat here. We got to be honest with ourselves and push forward again, whether that's just taking healthier initiatives towards yourself in terms of, bringing love in, and it's just loving yourself and treating yourself kindly instead of telling yourself a bunch of negative storylines here that this isn't going to happen, you're going to find that person. I found that, in August here, a lot of that stuff is coming up because of that Capricorn eclipse, and we have to let that go. We got to stop indulging in that energy because it's not good, and it's going to continue to bring negative energy in. We can't attract in love if we're putting out that type of energy there. So let's get a romance angel card. I like the Queen of Rods there at the end though. She's good. She's very honorable, very loving, she follows the beat of her own drum. She knows what's right for her, and she knows what's right in this situation. So you kind of have to be your own Queen of Wands to yourself. You kind of got to slap yourself back into order here in a lot of ways. Be more confident. Indulge in that confident, loving yourself type of energy here. And you'll bring the right love in. You have the chance for new beginnings, but you have to allow them into your life. You have to stop blocking them out. All right, so let's see what we get here. We get soulmate. Wow, guys. Yes, this is your soulmate. So some of you guys might be asking, with somebody new coming in, is this your soulmate? Yes, it probably is, but you have to give this a chance here. You have to give, you know, this new start a chance to decide, you know, is this person right for you? Soulmates don't have to be, you know, the end-all be-all. I know a lot of people think that. You have different soulmates from past lives. It doesn't mean that you're going to be with this person forever or anything, but you have a deep connection here, and if you ignore it, you're going to continue to be here when you could be very confident, happy, you know, having a new beginning, and it's very passionate. It involves a lot of communication. So, Aquarius singles, those are your messages. Let's move on to Aquarius couples now, okay? We're going to move on to Aquarius couples. Same deck. All right, Aquarius couples for love. Oh my God, okay, we're going to take it. This card immediately popped out as soon as I started shuffling. And no, it is not one of the cards that we just had. 6 of Cups here. Wow. Okay, so I'm not surprised that one came out. I kind of felt that one in my bones. It's been coming out a lot for July and August. I think because Mercury is still in its shadow period. We're thinking of past loves, past situations, wanting to go back to a certain feeling, a certain type of connection, or even a certain person. You know, let's see. I have to say, where did that just flowing itself out here? Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so your cards are just coming out. I'm just going to let them kind of tell their own story here instead of trying to direct it. Because you guys are in a different wavelength. Knight of Pentacles. Virgo season is what I immediately felt there. We're thinking about going back into something around Virgo season, about trying something, maybe getting back together with somebody, getting back in touch with love in a deeper way, reconnecting with that feeling of love that maybe we had in the past and we haven't been able to find now. I'm not saying that you guys are leaving relationships or anything. We'll see if any cards come up about that, but let's see. Various couples. Okay, this one came out quite aggressively, so we're going to take it there. When I see the Two of Swords, we know that there's an impending decision, but we don't really know which way we're going to go. We don't know what each path offers us here. And this is interesting because this is exactly how the moon looked in the sky last night. So the Two of Swords talks about not really knowing. Again, we don't really know which path offers us what. We don't know what's going to happen if we go with this person or if we decide to stay. For some of you, this is like, do I stay, do I go type of energy. Am I going to be able to reconnect back into there? Is this practical for me to be in this? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. And I don't want to make that decision. That's what you guys are saying right now, for sure. Get the moon coming in. You guys have a full moon this month. I knew something was going to come up about it. You have a full moon on the 15th. I think a lot of the head of this decision is going to be coming up there around then. I think that you guys are, it's kind of like, it's kind of a gross description, but like, you know, if you have a zit and it's underneath the skin, you're waiting for it to come out, and it's a really painful one, you know it's going to be bad, and it's taking forever, so you can't really do anything about it. And then there it surfaces, ready for you to deal with out of nowhere or at what feels like the worst time. And you know it's going to suck. I'm sorry that this is a gross description, but it's kind of what I feel like. You have to deal with a problem or deal with something within a relationship, and you'd much rather be here. But Virgo season is going to have you directing yourself into a much more practical energy here. I think that Venus moves into Virgo on the 21st. Yeah. So, and then 2 days later, we have the sun entering Virgo. So there is, so again, towards the end of the month here, after your full moon, we enter a more practical energy here, where we have to deal with things in a more logical way, which sucks. During your full moon, I feel like we're going to be trying to clarify emotional confusion. We're going to be clarifying what this is here, that Two of Swords. And where is that leaving us? It's a lot of fearful, weird, mysterious energy of, you know, what's been going on below the surface? How do I define this? And what do I do? So what are we doing here? Oh, again, like I said, we're releasing confusion about a situation. The situation is becoming a lot less confusing. With that Seven of Cups reversed, that's kind of how I always see it, is, you know, we didn't know, we had all these options up in our head here. We weren't sure what was going to happen. It was all very illusory. Nothing really made sense. And when the Seven of Cups comes in after the moon here, I mean, there's this very Piscean energy that is coming in and then filtering out. So we're getting answers to the mysteries, getting answers to the questions about where we're going in terms of love, how we're feeling about things, and what we're really desiring at this time. You know, which direction we want to go in terms of love. I think some of you guys are asking yourself really big question, and we're really big questions in terms of it, and we're making this great progress towards figuring this out here around your full moon there on the 15th. I love it. Because, yeah, it could feel like a lot of our fears, a lot of the harsh energies here and harsh realities, the disillusionment is getting really, really magnified here. But it's also coming to the forefront. It's kind of like a coffee percolator, how it shoves it all up to, how it, you know, boils all that stuff, brings it up to the top of it to be dealt, you know, then it has it come raining down. That's kind of how I feel like. It's like everything is boiling up to the top here, and it's going to come down, you're going to get it, you're going to understand, things will be a lot clearer, but it's going to feel uncomfortable. Where is it leaving you in terms of love and romance here? Aquarius couples. Knight of Cups. You have to know what your truth is in terms of love. I see the Knight of Cups as a very lovey-dovey, interesting, you know, he's got a message of love to give here. So maybe after all this, you're going to figure out, you're going to know what you need to say. And I can't tell you if it's going to be stay, go, who you know, telling this to your partner now, or leaving this person and seeking out more emotional satisfaction, which sometimes the Knight of Cups does do. He has a more romantic vision of love, and he's like, okay, well, what I have isn't that. I'm going to turn my head away from all this crappy, confusing, stressful energy here, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to find the love that fits me. So some of you guys could be releasing yourself from a relationship, and it could feel awkward, emotional, weird, but you're realizing, I think, in a very mature way that what you seek is more than what you have, and what you need is more than what you're getting right now. So that's pretty interesting. I have to say, a lot like Leos, you guys seem to be going within and seeking out what your Ten of Cups is. That's why I've kind of been doing a lot of the readings. I didn't do all of them, you know, right across from their opposite sign, but I decided with you and Leo to do that because, you know, we got that full moon in your sign right in the middle of the month here, and it just feels like you guys are very self-focused, but in terms of, you know, what do you want for the future? What would be healthiest for you right now and healthiest for the future of your love life? What kind of relationship do you want to be in? Are you in a healthy relationship? What are you seeking here? This is about weighing your options, about making those decisions, working on, you know, what kind of relationship, what kind of foundation in terms of love you want to build for the future now, and if what you have at this time can do that or if it can't. You have decisions you have to make, but you have to evaluate first. You have to get through all this. You know, again, you have to go through the emotional percolator here. And I know I can't remember. I think it might have been Cancer who I named that video that. But, you know, it does feel like that here. So let's get a Romance Angel Oracle card and call it a day. Oof, okay. All right, came right out. We're going to... Okay, 2 cards came out. I'm sorry. I was like, I thought it was one, and this one was right on the back of it. So we're going to take them both. They're a bit harsh. I'll be honest. I didn't expect that. Free Yourself came out first. It's time to take back control of your life. And Unrecruited Love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. As you can see, we have a unicorn, which is kind of, I don't know, unicorns and Aquarians, very similar to me. I don't know why that's always been a thing that I associate with you guys, but unicorns I personally associate with you for some reason. And you need to free yourself. You've been caged. If you feel confined, caged, trapped, stuck, and I know that Leo new moon brought up a lot of feelings, especially in terms of romance. Where do we feel stuck and confined? Where do we feel like somebody or something is boxing us in, holding us back? And why do we feel that way? We might just realize that, you know, the love that this person has for us, or the love that was between us, is no longer there, and it's an unrecruited situation. There has to be a change. There's just not enough love. There's not enough attraction. There's not enough chemistry in this relationship that you guys are in to keep this going. And I think some of you guys, and I know this is a harsh message, might be realizing that here, and maybe that's what that Seven of Cups, the moon up right there, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups reverse is all about. And it's deciding, you know, I have love, I'm attractive, I've got chemistry to give, but maybe this isn't for me anymore. You know, if I'm a trapped unicorn, how can I truly be happy if this isn't, you know, I can't be confined like this. Again, I feel like some of you guys have confined yourself into a situation where you're not getting what you need, and you're kind of deluding yourself into pretending we're in a situation that isn't an unrecruited love. But in reality, there just doesn't seem to be enough attraction, chemistry, energy between you guys to keep this going, and it might be best to let this go at this point. Or again, I'm not saying you have to do this right away, but I mean, the cards here are free yourself and unrecruited love. So we're having some deep realizations in terms of those things here, and the angels really threw those at us. So Aquarius, those are your messages, singles and couples. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Check out your Venus sign reading for the month of August for love. Check out your first half of August reading for your sun, moon, and rising. It might resonate better as well. And again, guys, if you want to book a private reading, I'm going away August 8th through 15th, and I will not be doing any readings, not even emergency or 24-hour ones during that time. So if you want to book a reading, you can email me and we can book it for after I get back. But I will not be back until August 15th. If you want to get 20% off of your Teespring order, guys, use the code LEOSZN, LEOSZN at checkout at Teespring. And God, I need to finish your design actually for that. I'm almost done with it. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. All right, well, have a wonderful and blessed August here in terms of love. And yeah, thank you guys so much.